Hi friends, Wanda here, and I'm having an idea for some projects, and we'll start with, I'm going to turn it into like a dragon's egg, but I'm going to use some foil, and some builder gel, and some paint, and some chrome powder. But my idea is to base coat black, and then apply our foil, and then in the little sections we're going to build those up and give it the texture, the bump, the raised areas, and then we'll make those really pretty with chrome powder. So let's see what we come up with here. So first off, let's just base coat our rock. Oops, that's probably way too much paint, as usual for me, right? So I'm just going to base coat this rock. I'm going to do one side, let it dry, and then do the other side. And this is black apple barrel matte. Okay, we're all dry, so I'm taking my foil and I am removing this edge here that doesn't have a pattern on it so that I can create a larger piece of foil by combining them. So we're going to patch them together. Okay, oops, I missed a section there. All right, measure the rock. Now let's see if we can find something that even resembles a match, which may or may not happen. Sometimes it works out like that, sort of, no. And sometimes you just have to put them together until you see the identical pattern. Like, let me see if I can find them on here. Like, there you go. See how they match right there? So then possibly it'll repeat itself this way. Doubtful. So this one we might just be at the mercy of getting it close. So I think I'm going to look for the big lines. Try to line those up at least. And then when you are satisfied with your patch, you tape it together. And then we'll apply the glue to the rock. Okay, I'm going to apply Burano nail foil glue, and I'll be using a 12 LED UV flashlight to cure that with. And I'm just going to apply it all over here, because we're going to do this whole rock with foil. Just making sure it's on there evenly. And I'm going to torch that with my flame. That way it's warm and bubbles are out. Nice and glossy. And I'm going to come at it at a distance with my flashlight so that I don't wrinkle this glue, because rocks are cold, lights are warm, you know. Anyways, glue is made to be used on hands, which are a lot warmer than rocks at 98.6 degrees. So when you hit this cold glue on a cold rock with a light, sometimes it just shrivels up because it's just too much reaction chemically. So if you come at it from a distance of about, 12 inches and kind of work your way in, less likely to get the wrinkles. Doesn't mean it won't happen, but less likely. Okay, so we're looking for between 20 to 40 seconds. It really, really depends on your light. The battery, just you want it to be tacky, not gooey. All right, so I have seamed together my 2 pieces, and on one of these ends I left it open a bit. No, we'll see. Anyways, I'm going to go right down the center of this rock and make sure that's very, very smooth. And then if you need to, see, I missed the side here. Silly me. I will grab another piece here. It's probably not going to be a good seam, but it'll be on there. All right, so we're going to lay this down as flat as we can. And if you need to, make a few cuts so that you can, because this is not a flat surface, you know what I mean? And the cuts will kind of help you taper it in sometimes. Sometimes it just doesn't work that way. And it really, this doesn't have to be a perfect transfer for what we're doing, because we're going to be, gosh, it's so pretty already. We're going to be turning it into, like a dragon's egg. So, all right, once it's on here, you want to take your burnishing brush and really work it in there before you lift it off. You want to make sure to get a nice, good transfer, the best one you can. If you don't have a burnishing brush, you can use a piece of fabric, towel, something that you can glide easily on the surface. Give it a good rub. Don't scratch. And if you feel like your glue was too gooey, hit it with your light right now, like this, to cure it a little more. I think we're getting a good transfer, so I just want to check. See, there's our transfer. Looking good. You just want to remove slowly so that if you have to lay it back down, you can and not be off of your pattern. Nice. I am totally happy with that. Oh yeah. Isn't that pretty? Holy moly, just that all by itself. I think we're done. You guys, that turned out fantastic. This one is called, I believe, Moon Slivers, and it is in my store. Yes. Oh my gosh, how pretty is that? I will link it for you. It's like on fire. Okay. Sorry, I get excited. Me and foil. Okay, so now we're going to apply some builder gel to these sections. Okay, I'm just going to start using, this is Yushinen. This one, I don't know if you can get it. Usually builder gels come in pots. I just can't find mine right now. This is the only one I could find. You can even do it with top coat. Don't feel like it has to be a builder gel. I just think builder gels are a little more sturdy. They're a little thicker. I'm going to use the top of my cut. I totally wasn't planning on doing this tutorial, but it came to me. So I want to follow through with it. Hopefully I have some in here. There we go. Okay. So I'm just using one of my nail detail brushes. I'm grabbing like a ball here, and I'm going to put it right in one of these little sections here. So this is going to be a time-consuming rock. And I'm going to do a few of these not next to each other. And then I'm going to cure. You don't want to do too many because it will start moving around on you. I'm going to move this out of the way so I don't cure it. I hit this with my light. And I'm just setting it not all the way to cure it. I'm just keeping it from dripping off my rock. You can see the 3 bubbles that I made. So there's one here, here, and here. And what we're going to do with these is we are going to put some chrome powder on them and make them very cool looking. They're already very cool looking, but and I'm going to keep working my way around here. Okay, so I will check right back when I get these all built. All right, just checking in the middle here to show you guys what this looks like here, so you can see the bumps and the ridges and all that. That's what we're looking for there, to give some definition. And when this is cured, it's still going to have an inhibition layer, which is it feels wet. It's not wet, it's cured, but it's got that gooiness to it. When we're all done, we'll do a little wipe with alcohol, and then we'll do top coat. And the top coat will give us the ability to buff the chrome powder on there. So I'll be back with you shortly. I have several spots on here that I'm curing. There. So this rock does take quite a while, hours actually. So dig in. Prepare for a time consumer. But oh my gosh, you guys, it's so worth it. You're going to love this. I mean, it's already just gorgeous. Okay, so right in the middle of this thing, while I had to pop it in the light to cure. So it's curing. While that's happening, let's talk about this. Modalone's Coloring Life. Okay, so Modalone's is a nail product art store, and they have some pretty dang cool stuff, but this is really cool, and I want to thank Lonnie Giroux for the tip. So this is sort of the unboxing opening. Here's the manual of how to use it. Now, of course, this is for your fingernails. We use it on rocks. Of course, you can use it on your fingers. Unless you have an allergy. If you have an allergy, do not use it on your fingers. Don't put it on your fingernails if you're allergic to it. Just saying. Because, you know, I thought maybe I could wear it. No. That would not be the case. Okay, so these are gorgeous paint with a fine liner brush, right? Who doesn't just love that? But they're gorgeous colors. So there's like a gold, a silver, there's metallics, and there's neons. And you know, this just showed up at my door, and it couldn't have come at a better time, because I think I might want to play with some of this on that dragon rock I'm doing right now. Look at that, you guys. Now these are UV polished, so they have to be cured with the UV light, which if you are into nail foiling or nails or rock foiling or UV art resin, you have that. And this is simply way cool. Oh my, okay. Yes, please. So beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's look at some of these neons. Oh, bright. I want to look at it under the light, but you can't until it's cured, because you'll cure it and make a gooey mess of your bottle. So, very cool. We will play with these for sure. Okay, here I have some alcohol on paper towel. I'm just wiping off that inhibition layer, that gooey layer. It's going to take some of my black paint, because I didn't take this all the way around the back of the rock yet. So hopefully it won't take too much, because I don't want to be repainting. It will make it look a little foggy until we're done with our top coat. But you just want to get all that slimy gooiness off there. Okay. Give that a moment to dry. So now it looks kind of matte, but still so pretty, right? But now you can see all the nice details in there. And if you notice, I didn't do every single little spot. I kind of spaced it out in bigger chunks, but we want that definition. That's what we're looking for there. So before we go and do the chrome, I want to do the back with top coat. And I am just going to do that real quick. Can't find my disposable brush, so I will just use my finger. I'm going to do a coat. I'm going to cure it, this thin coat. I'm going to pop it in the light, cure it, and then do another coat in a moment. Now this is my top coat, my Gelixir UV top coat, and I have changed the bottle that it's in because it leaks, the one that it comes in, but it's appearing like it might leak no matter where you put it. I don't know, we'll see how this one works. In the small bottle, you know, the nail polish bottles, it's very controllable, but when you buy it in a big bottle, that bottle sure does like to leak. So unless you use a lot of it, I don't suggest buying it in those huge bottles. but I use it instead of resin most of the time to coat my rocks. All right, let's take a look here. Do another coat. Do this one a little thicker so that it can reach the inhibition, the builder gel. So I'm bringing that down just over bottom there. I'm going to put it back in the light. I always clean up in between because, like I said, I do have an allergy, and it's a bad one. It's the kind that I get really bad blisters on my skin, and it's ugly. It takes them long months and months and months to heal. So please wear your PPE, gloves, respirator, whatnot when you're working with UV products. It's better not to find out if you have the allergy, and it's accumulative. So if you do have it, it gets worse over time. So please take care of yourself for sure. Right. Okay. It's good. Top coat cures super fast. Love that. Okay, so we're gonna do a top coat on this side. And I don't want it to be thick. I just want it to cover this so that I can still feel that definition, but mainly we want it on here so that we can use the chrome powder, because we're gonna coat it again when the chrome powder is on, but we just want a nice coating there. We're gonna cure that. Okay, we are all cured. Let me zoom in here so you can see. Isn't that lovely? Ooh, so pretty. Okay, so what we're going to do with this is get our chrome powder out. Now you can use any kind of chrome powder you want to, but I want to use something very, very cool. I should have had it ready. Okay, so we're going to use some flakes. And these are like the coolest. Yeah, and this is from Let's Resin. I believe it's their flakes. You probably can't see the thing. Yeah, but it's Let's Resin Chameleon Flakes. Anyways, what you do is you take a little eyeshadow brush. You don't need much. And you just pat it on. And you buff that in. And what we're going to do is make it multicolored. Flakes are multicolored generally, but we're going to even mix it up more than that so we can get a nice dragony look going. So I am going to open the green, the purple blue, these two, and the burgundy wine, which has a yellow green to it also. See? So the lids will show us mainly what these are going to look like. I'm actually going to use it from the lid. These are very, very messy. Very messy, I tell you. Best not to have any fans on. So I'm just going to pop these around, and then we'll rub in, we'll buff in our spots. No method to the madness, just kidding it. Grab a different color. buff with your finger to really, really bring those colors out there. See that beautiful? So you keep going until you are satisfied. And then if you don't have chrome powder or flakes, you can definitely just use straight chrome powder. Which I might show you on the sides here so you can see the difference. Very pretty. All right, let me see what I got for this chrome powder. And this is by Charming May, which it's beautiful chrome powder, but you don't get very much for it. I would stay with Let's Resin Company. See that tiny, tiny bit that's in there? That's all you get. Yeah, Let's Resin, you get a lot more for your money, so stay with them. I just am out of that right now. So you just grab a little bit on your brush, on your sponge, and buff it up in there. I'm going to do this one around the sides, all the way around. It doesn't take very much, as you can see. I love it because you can still see through it. This is very nice. Digging it. Okay, just buffing that in. And then I'm actually going to take my brush, one of my Wanda brushes here, and grab some of these flakes on that. And this is the Wanda burnishing brush for foil. You can definitely use it with chrome powders. You can use it with inks and even paints to blend. But I'm just going to make sure this is covered in all these little nooks and crannies, and then we're going to do the back. Fun, beautiful. Okay, so on the back, we're also going to use some powder. This is going to be so pretty. So this is just the chrome powder. This will probably be enough to do the whole thing. Yeah, it will be. This is why the top coat that you use is pretty important. Some top coats don't work for this, but this Gelixir is an amazing top coat for chrome. Anything you're going to do chrome. So, beautiful, right? Nice chromed egg. Gorgeous. Make sure we're all blended. Grab some more. And then we will seal it. Right, let me put my lids on here and clean up. Okay, I do recommend when you're curing your top coat that you use a big light. This one's a Joy T 82 or 84, 82 watt, I think. Anyways, I haven't seen Joy T in Amazon for a while, but there is another one. It's in my shop. It's same light, just different company, and I can't recall the name of it. Actually, I can't even pronounce it. So, but I've checked it out. It's the same features, and have heard good things, good reviews. So if anybody tries it out, let me know. It is in my shop as a recommendation, but there haven't been any really bad things said about it. So, but let me know if you have one. All right, so I'm going to use the top coat again. And we're just going to seal it. Whoops, that's a lot. Just gonna do nice coat around it. And this I am going to torch before I put it in. And then I will cure that for 2 minutes, just to make sure that everything is cured all the way through, the builder gel and all that stuff too. Right, I'm turning it over and I'm doing the back side. The coat a little thicker. And I'm going to torch it and then give it a second to self-level here. Warm it up. Let me grab a brush. Let me see what I got here. Definitely disposable. Because once you use it, that's it. You can't really paint with it again unless you are I'm going to be using it for UV. So this brush is specifically made for nail products, so I give these away in gifts sometimes, as I get them from some of the companies that I use for foil. I get them in bulk. Let's see, okay, I think that's good. Let me make sure there's no drips. Alright, and pop your light on there, 2 minutes. Alright, we are done. Isn't that the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen? I think it's so beautiful. Very, very pretty. I think you can dress it up with some rhinestones or give it another resin bath or another top coat if you want it even prettier. That's the full chrome back. The front of our holographic dragon's egg. Now this is foil that you can find in my shop. It's Moon Slivers, I believe. And like I said, I will link that. This is what that foil looks like. And that's what you can do with it. Builder gel, chrome powder, chrome flakes, top coat. Thank you for watching today, guys. I really enjoyed doing these, so let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, I can answer those. Hit that like if you enjoyed what you saw here today, and please consider subscribing. That helps my channel grow. Thank you so much.